My friend and I just finished our first adventure in home brewing. The beer turned out great, but here's a problem. We don't have any idea what to call it. We could really use some of that McElroy wisdom to pick out a great name for our brew. The beer is an Irish stout with notes of dark chocolate. If it helps, we could send you a few bottles to try it out. This is from Brewildered in Treetown.
Travis, did you just put this question in here so that we can maybe get some free beers?
Did you think they would just send free beers to P.O. Box 54, Huntington, West Virginia, 25706?
Perhaps. I also want to point out to Brewildered that it is easier for us to name the beer if you send the beer first. Mm-hmm. It's a lot harder for us to name it and then be helped by you sending it to us afterwards.
I just came up with a name for the beer that Travis tried to make that one time when we lived together in Batavia, Ohio, which was bottled in plastic bottles, and then I had 2 sips of, and the name of that beer is Bubbly Soy Sauce, because that's what it was. It
didn't turn out well, and I have no idea what I did wrong.
Well,
it did not turn out well.
What we did wrong was that we used tap water, and we did it in a crock pot that I had used to make ramen earlier that day, and then we put it in plastic bottles in our refrigerator for about 4 days. So what we did, there were a few steps there where we goofed and slipped, maybe a little, maybe a tad. Man, that was fucking grody. Man, that was the worst.
It was grody. It's the first beer I've ever had that I could not give away. I took it to like 3 different parties.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I brought this beer if anyone wants it. And they took a look at the unlabeled brown plastic bottles with the white screw-on caps that looked like I just dumped out some mug root beer and refilled it. And they're like, nah, we're good. Couldn't give it away.
Not crazy about that. I will dip my sushi in it though, because that seems that seems just perfect.
This is a. Why do you need a name? You know, why do you need branding? It's just beer.
No.
You just drink it.
You could make it to market to TV shows that don't want to worry about branding issues and just call it beer.
Just call it beer.
I see what you're saying. So, like on the Real World, they cover up the labels with duct tape. With this, you could just say a bottle of refreshing liquid. You could even be
yes.
Yeah.
Do you think the person who has to cover up the beer labels with duct tape on the Real World describes themselves as being in the entertainment industry?
Oh God, yes.
He
works marketing in the entertainment. He's the same guy that duct tapes over the emblems on people's hats on MTV Cribs.
Hold on there. Okay, hold on there, Buckaroo. Let me just get that shampoo. Gotcha. Okay, duct taped.
Yeah,
I will be in my trailer full of tape.
I am in reverse marketing, is what I'm into. I stunt brands, is what I do. So.
2 years ago, I was dating a girl that turned out to be paid by Subway, and after having my heart broken, I've sworn off all branding.
It seems a strange crusade, I know.
I do have a long-term plan to murder Jared Fogle in 3 months, so I do have that going for me. That's sort of my whole, pretty much my whole motif right now.
Do you think when she broke up with him, Jared was like waiting outside in his
Come on, babe.
Subway Jeep?
No, it's not a Subway motorcycle, obviously. Come on, babe.
Obviously. With his stupid Garden State sidecar.
He's wearing a helmet made of day-old bread.
Great, now I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I know. So, names for beer.
Names for beer.
I think you need to do anything where you take like the word brew or suds or anything and place it into the title of something else that you enjoy.
What about this? Slam Drunk.
Ooh, I like it.
How's that? That's kind of sporty.
Oh, what about Suds Buds? Bud Suds. And so Suds Buds is obviously the name of your company, and then Bud Suds because it's beer, and maybe you sprinkle a little bit of weed in it.
Okay.
A lot of people have been trying to find a way to corner this new booming legal marijuana market. I think sprinkle some flakes of your beer into the weed, and then that can be your
beer
whole
flakes.
thing. Yeah, it's weird.
What about rehydrated beer? And you tell people that it came in a powder form, and then you rehydrated it. Because that seems convenient and kind of futuristic. What about pre-popsicles?
Couldn't that be any fluid, though?
Not beer. It doesn't freeze.
Got it. What about
How about Suds Buds Dad Fuel?
Dad Fuel is a great name for a beer.
No, just
Dad Fuel?
Dad Fuel. 'Cause it's when my dad.
Soul Band-Aids.
When my daddy comes home from work, and he's running on fumes, running on
Dracula,
anything.
but he needs some Dad Fuel.
He gasses up with some dad fuel, and then he's ready to hang out with us.
You'll be ready to dad for 2 to 3 hours after just one dad fuel. Pop it open, rip it off, bounce them on your knees.
Now consult your physician before you try Dad Fuel, and if your Dadergy lasts longer than 4 hours,
Yeah. Just keep popping
Man,
more dad
my
fuel.
fucking kids went to bed and I really want to play with them more. This is
damn it, all this Dad Fuel.
We are skipping school tomorrow and zooing it. Dad fuel.
I'm in dad fuel rehab right now. I need you kids to keep your distance.
I've been ordered not to play with my children for 50 days.
Please respect this.
Please.
Please respect this journey.
Dad accidentally put some unleaded dad fuel in the system, so dad's gonna need to sleep in a little bit today. Can you guys get yourselves to school? Thanks.